Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, fashion dolls, wherever you are. It is Wednesday, December 9th, and welcome to an all-new episode of Style by Stevie. Joining me today, my very special guest is a model, speaker, influencer, and lifestyle coach. His name is Javonte Rose. He will be joining me today, ladies and gentlemen. And 4 p.m. we have the one and only, the beautiful Miss Hope Giselle. She will be joining me. And then you guys will be getting the topics at 5 p.m. with our very special guest co-host for this week, Mr. Chris Blue. I'm super excited to have him here guest co-hosting with me. We've done 3 shows thus far together this week. And tomorrow joining me will be Karan Wilson, who is the creator of the Come Up New York and the Bad Boys Club. So he will be joining me tomorrow. Friday, we will have Dominique from Chasing Atlanta. And next week, Sky from Chasing Atlanta, who is going to be joining me. Hi, sis, Janelle Giance. Today's show, as we all know, is sponsored by Exclusive Beauty. Please go and check out Exclusive Beauty's lashes. Like, I'm wearing the lashes today. I know my eyes look a little bit more intensified. They look a bit more dark and seductive, which is what we're going for today. So shout outs to Shades by Shadura, Janelle Giance, Home Cooked Convo. She's going to have MJ Harris on her show, so make sure you guys go and check that out. Definitely Home Cooked Convos. So Exclusive Beauty Hair Store is here, so go and check it out. I am wearing one of the new sets of lashes. Look at that packaging. Isn't it beautiful? Shout outs to Alex Jonte. Definitely. I am going to be in the assistant to Reconnected. So God is just putting so many great opportunities in my life. Like, I'm so happy right now. Like, all of these things are just coming full circle so fast. So Javonte will be joining me. Let me send him this live so he can join me. If you guys have any questions for him, because we're going to be talking about networking, we're going to be talking about how he got started in the modeling industry, and what else does he have in store. So we're going to be doing that pretty soon. So yes, I had to give all the black businesses in my black businesses group a shout out. And what I'm probably going to do is schedule a Zoom meeting so that everybody can meet face to face in the group. So I'll probably do that on my end, but I have to figure out how to get it set up so that everybody can, I'll send a link out in a group chat so that everybody can come in and we can come together collectively and discuss our ideas, because I see that some people are feeling like they're not getting enough support. Hi, Terrence. So we're just waiting on Javonte. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here. Let's get this interview started. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me today, we have model, influencer.
Hello, hello.
Well, good afternoon. Good
Hi.
afternoon, handsome. How are you?
Doing amazing. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. It is such a pleasure to finally meet you. Ladies
I
and
know.
gentlemen, this is model and influencer. You might have seen him all over Instagram,
Hello.
Javonte Rose. Let's get this
Yo,
interview
yo,
started.
yo.
And if you
It's your
guys
boy, Javonte Rose. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
And if you guys have any questions for him, you can put it in the chat, or you can press that bubble. Looks like a cartoon emoji. You can press that and you can type your questions and it'll flash across the screen. So let's get this interview started. So how did you get started in modeling? Because all of your pictures are absolutely drop dead gorgeous. They are sickening. And those eyes, darling.
Thank you. Yeah, it's me. It's me here. Well, for those of y'all that don't know me, I'm Javonte Rose. So I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I moved from Miami. I live in LA. So I've been modeling since I was about 16 years old. 27 now. So I've been doing my thing. How I got into modeling actually is that I've always just liked being in front of the camera. Loved taking pictures, and just felt very confident in being like in front of it. So, and really creating too. And my first modeling gig was actually a nude art. So I was 16 years old, and this guy asked me to do this like nude artsy type thing. And like I really didn't know actually what like the modeling career world was about because I was still young. But he wanted to he kind of introduced me into a world which is different, especially at a young age, well, in the modeling career. So I
Okay.
did a nude art thing for a couple years in Boston, and then I just branched myself out to Miami. in New York and started doing my own thing. And kind of, I really started off like doing swimwear and underwear, and then just kind of fell into like different categories of modeling.
Okay, so what was the inspiration for you getting into modeling? Because, like I said, your photography is absolutely gorgeous, like
Thank you.
breathless.
Yeah. um, it took a while to get to where I'm at now. Honestly, it takes time and and to just really create and really build yourself and what you want to do. What just got me into modeling was just really just being free and really just be able to be myself and really just be sexy and confident in front of the camera. And so, which that's always something I like to do. And just doing that just really created me and my brand and myself just even bigger and just to bring myself out to do more and better things. So yeah, I mean, that's always just something I wanted to do when I was a kid, and I just kind of pursued my career doing that.
Okay, what advice would you give to someone who's looking to get into modeling? Because I've done modeling, for those of you who don't know, as well myself, and it is not easy. A lot of people think that it's just easy where you can go out on the runway, you can put on the garments and do the show, but it's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So, what advice would you give to people who are looking to get into modeling?
Um, Advice I would give to people is very like, just stay confident. Just stay confident, believe in yourself because there's a lot of yes and no's that are out there. And there's going to be a lot more no's than there is in yeses. So you got to be very strong, strong-minded, a good heart, a good head on your shoulders, and make sure you just really, go out there and strive for yourself. And yeah, like I would just say the number one thing is like really being confident and believing in yourself.
And it seems like the confidence just comes for you naturally. Like, did you always have this confidence, or did you have to build it up?
I've always had like I've always had confidence. Yeah. I mean, I had a lot of things going on when I was a kid. As far as like, that's why I have my arm here. So I wear my t-shirts here, as you guys can see. It's my arm here. So it's a nonprofit movement that I started, which is part of me being so confident in myself because what I went through as a child. I just always wanted to be somewhere bigger and better than I was when I was younger. So I just tried to really just make sure I stay focused, keep a smile on, keep my head on my shoulders, and really just do the things that I want to do. And like I said, there's always going to be a yes, there's always going to be a no. There's going to be people that don't really think, believe in you or anything, or don't really see anything, of you. But you just always have to believe in yourself and make sure to know where you want to go, and you're going to get there.
Yes, and confidence is key for people out there that want to get into modeling. Do your research, read books. There's books out there, there's programs that you can watch, educate yourself. And I love the point when you repost to your story where you discussed networking, which is what I've been doing, pairing a lot of black content creators up, especially for us being in the LGBTQ community. Like, the resources are very limited. Like, it's very few and very little of us, especially that are trying to get into this,
Exactly.
predominantly female industry, the modeling industry, which is very cutthroat. The fashion industry, period, is very cutthroat. And for you to change the norms and go out here and do it with such gusto and confidence, I commend you for that
Thank
100%.
you. Thank you. Yeah. It took a long time. I mean, like I said, we all have our ups and downs. And like I always tell people to never give up on yourself. Just to keep going, just keep striving. It took me a while. And even nowadays, I mean, I'm not even where I want to be at, you know, but that's not stopping me from keeping going to keep moving and doing better and growing my brand and my company to want to just to grow. So I like there's times where I felt like I couldn't do it or I wanted to stop myself from like even
Mm.
doing my career, doing my modeling, even building my brand, because there's just so much going on and so much hectic. Like there's just so much in this one little brain that we have. We got so much that we want to do, and all of our brands and our companies and things that like we just want to pursue. It just like makes us go crazy sometimes. But I just always make sure I always look back to when I was a kid and what I went through and why I'm doing this. and that's why I would say to myself and still do what I got to do to pursue, my career and my modeling. This is not working.
Uh-oh, we got a question for you. And this comes from today's show. You guys already know it. I plugged it and I pinned it. Today's show is sponsored by Exclusive Beauty, so definitely go and check it out. Nah, not Miss Stevie. Hey, Miss Stevie and Javonte, shout outs to Kenneth Toops.
Hello, hello.
Definitely. All right, the question comes from Exclusive Beauty. She wants to know, how did you get your start in modeling?
How did I get my start in modeling?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to go back to what we had mentioned earlier in our previous conversation was I've always wanted to be in front of the camera. I've always loved to just be myself and look good and just really create just different scenes and concepts. So I just really felt being myself and being confident and just loved being in front of the camera. And that's how I started doing it, just taking random pictures. And that now, if you look back, like my pictures from before, from now, are totally different. It's just back then we used to just take random pictures and post them up and do that. But now you have to dig more deep into the whole concept of the photo shoot. There has to be a story behind it. There has to be just everything has to be make sense and put together. So it's a lot more thought and it's a lot more thought that we have to do now for our photos.
Okay, okay. So when it comes to networking, how would you go about doing it to network? Because you have so many titles under your belt. You're an influencer, you're a model, you are a lifestyle coach. How would you go about networking? Because there's so many content creators out there that want to do the same thing that you do, and they don't have the resources or they don't have people to kind of guide them, sort of like a mentor to let them know, like, okay, this is what you need to do from point A to point B. And people will sometimes come to me, hi, Mel's Desserts. Make sure you guys go and check out Mel's Desserts from the UK. Delicious desserts,
Hello,
especially for the
hello.
holiday season. Definitely. So we're all about supporting black-owned businesses. Almost everybody in this audience watching our interview is a black content creator. So I commend all of you 100% for
Yes.
tuning in, because that's what we're talking. This is the next phase of the interview. We're discussing networking. So if you have any questions for Javonte or myself, feel free to answer in the comments, or you can press the bubble and put your comment there, and then it'll flash across the screen. But networking, how would you go about networking to tell people this is what you need to do to promote your business? Or sort of like, I've seen people create like what Oprah does. She does like a master class that gives people information on things that
Information,
they need to
right.
know. How would you go about doing it?
That's definitely something that I've thought about doing. But in the beginning, it was really hard for me because I'm trying to build my brand, my company, right? And so me trying to do that and reach out to the first thing I did, I was just reaching out to people. I would literally reach out to anybody that I could think of that would help me out to like push my brand or do what I gotta do. Um, when Instagram first started, it was a lot of like shout for shout type of things where you were able to get advertisements pretty much for free. But nowadays, people don't really do that. So it's a lot more of like paying for a promotion, paying for an advertisement. But a little key in the modeling though, and not even just in the modeling though, but in that industry, is cross promotion and really connecting with other people in that industry. So what you would do, you would find a makeup artist, you would find a hairstylist, you would find a stylist, and you have yourself. Those are three, four different people in that industry where you're able to cross promote and advertise your brand and your company with them. And you guys are all working together in one team. So you have 4 or 5 cross promotions on a platform right there that's already showing the world what you're giving. Um, a lot of it is just like researching, connecting with people, like I said, in the same industry that you're connecting with the same industry that you're in, Facebook, Instagram, all social media platforms. just really like putting that, that connection together. Like I said, the main number one thing is really like cross promotion, I think, for advertisement too, and just really putting it on all your platforms.
And I agree with you 100% what you said on the shout for shout. Like I've seen people do it. I know I do it. Listen, it's not about the money for me. What I do is I like to network people and put people together.
Together,
So
right?
what I do is every now and again I will shout people out in my stories. You can do it to me. You can send me whatever product you want me to promote, black owned businesses, and I definitely will shout it out in my stories. And someone said a comment. Let me get back to that. Savagely extreme. I can feel your energy through my phone. You are such a humble soul, Miss Stevie. It's things like that. Y'all are not gonna try to make me cry today, because I have been wanting this interview with Javonte for a long time. Like I'm so starstruck right now. Like I'm trying to keep myself composed. Like he's been all over Instagram. Like so many fashion websites have had his pictures all over there, and that's how I got this interview with him. Like I said, oh, he is definitely a looker, and he's so talented, and I'm
Thank
such a
you.
fan. Like you guys know that I am a fashion girl. If you go back, I did some revisions to my Instagram today, so it's a lot of fashion. If you go like where the moment section is, and you can check it out, definitely. So go shop Miss Stevie's closet. It's a lot of fashion pieces there as well too. But you are, speaking of fashion, you also have merch. What made you get into merchandise?
Yes, yes. So I just wanted to backtrack on what you were actually mentioning before. I know, yes, we were supposed to get together. It's been a while, so I do apologize about that. I've been away visiting family and stuff. So now I'm back home, getting everything back together. So I just do want to apologize, and I really thank you for your patience, though. Um, so back to the merch, though. So this is one of my T-shirts here, as you guys can see. I'm here. It's one of the tank tops of Original Apparel here. Very classic tank tops that I got. But so the merch, I just wanted to pretty much just have something with my brand, my company. My I'm here is one of them. So it's a nonprofit organization that I started maybe like 6, 7 years ago. And I just want
Wow.
to really like give out information and just really have people out there that aren't being like, if they're not being accepted, if they're not if being bullied in school or just any type of situation that are going on. I just kind of wanted to make a movement to people to let them know that there's somebody there behind them. There's somebody there that's been through it. Um, there's somebody there that you can talk to that, if you need advice or anything. So one of my merch is I'm here, and it's just a bold movement to let people know that I'm here, that I can do it, and I'm never gonna give up. So I've hats, tank tops, t-shirts, socks. We got it all. I got books, magazines, all of it. You guys can check out my website. It's the Blue Rose, BLUROZ.com. The link is in my bio too. I have all that there. So also the Blue Rose goes behind. It's but my last name is Rose. My eyes are blue, so I always want to kind of kind of do something with that. And that's pretty much my whole main company is the Blue Rose, and everything just falls under there.
Hi, Queen. You've been getting so much love on people's lives today.
Yeah.
Love, I keep hearing your name. Wait a minute. Hi, R Guy. Make sure you guys go and check out the coffee shop merch and check out R Guy's newest hit single, Made. You know, R Guy is on one of the most number one highly anticipated web shows there is, and that is G Status ATL and Chasing Atlanta. So I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with that. Shout outs to I can't, Javon, ooh, don't kill me, R God. I
Africa.
forgot his name. Shout outs to Javen Gerard. That's it. I know our guy is going to tear me up. Okay, I'm gonna read True Cards comments. Another black-owned businesses. We got a lot of black-owned businesses, so this is not only just an interview, but you guys feel free to follow each other. Go and check out each other's businesses as well too. Hi Queen, you've been getting so much love on people's lives today. Love, I keep hearing your name, and I just keep saying yes. I love her. Black Link had a lot of nice things to say about you. Oh my God, my name is everywhere right now. Like everybody's talking about Miss Stevie. Thank you so much. You good, love. Our guy is gonna eat me up at the end of this interview.
They
All
gonna
right.
get you.
Yes. Okay, so we talked about I love what you did with your merch, where you put a positive message behind it, because there's so many people out here in our community, the LGBTQ community, that are struggling to come out and feel acceptance, especially, from society, and not
Right.
only just society in itself, but generally from their family members. Like, it's definitely difficult. And I know I came out at the age of 16. So middle school, I'm 27. We both the same age, but I came out at 16, and that was around middle school, I would say.
Yeah, I
And my
was.
mom, she just, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. I was just. I was. I think like. Who I was young, like 13 or 14, maybe.
Ooh.
I was. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of know. What you're talking about. So I know.
I love the message behind your merchandise, like feeling it, feel accepted, feel appreciated. You are worthy, you are
Exactly.
valued.
Yes, and
And
that's why I wanted to
not on.
actually do. I started this was because people are out there not feeling themselves, they're being bullied, they're not being accepted. So when you have somebody around your age bracket that been
Mm,
through the same thing as or is promoting, or just not promoting, but advertising, making a statement and making a movement out there in the world, and you have somebody around your same age bracket, you kind of get those people there to kind of really think like, maybe I can do something that he's doing, or maybe I can get out of this situation, or maybe I can feel this type of way because if he did it, why can't I do it? We're around the same age. We're around the same. So I kind of tend to I strive to everybody, but I strive to kids around, like kids, younger kids, like my age bracket, and people in general anyway, but more because they feel more in tune with the situation or just the whole movement in general.
and they need this. Children need reassurance, because you said you came out at 13, and even being younger, you kind of feel that something is off about yourself, like you're different from the other kids. You start experiencing that, and there's no such thing as, oh, well, they can't decide for themselves. Yes, kids can decide for themselves.
They
If
can't,
this
right?
is their lifestyle choice, it's their prerogative, let them live their life. And to the parents out there, I wish y'all would have more understanding and appreciate your child's choice. And a perfect example of that would be Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. How much love and support did they give their daughter Zaya? Even in the midst of people being so mean and cruel and hateful, they still have love and support for her. And that's the
As they
best thing.
should, as they should. But
Yes.
even to talk about that, where it's like, so even prior to me starting my I'm Here movement, is I didn't feel accepted by by people in school, or even by my family members. So it was a lot of like not just being accepted in school, but not feeling like they're accepted by family members is another big thing too. But not that they didn't accept me, but I just was always getting called gay when I was younger. They would call me a faggot. I would get hit. There'll be random kids in school like here and there, and it happened sometimes, but it wasn't too much of that. But I feel like I could understand where other people that go through that situation, and so that's also why I wanted to start this out too. But there was a kid, that gentleman that contacted me a couple of years ago through Facebook, no, through Instagram, and he was always reach out to me, and he said, "How can you just be so positive and have so much good energy in this cruel world that's going on?" And I just told him, like I've never listened to people. I've always just made sure I kept my head straight, where I want to go, like what I want to do, what I want to become. There's gonna be bumps on the road. You gotta know that you're gonna go over those bumps. You're gonna go over those bumps. It's gonna be okay at the end. But he mentioned out to me that he wasn't accepted by his parents for being gay and people in school. So he's being bullied by both sides. Which now you feel like you don't have anybody in the world. Like you don't have nothing. So he reached out to me multiple times, and I told him, you know what? I said, I'm here, and if you need anybody to talk to, you can reach out to me. And he still hits me up and still contacts me and reaches out. And I told him, I'm here. And right when I said that, like a light triggered in my head. And that's how I started my whole movement, which is I'm here that one day from that one kid that kept reaching out to me and told me that no, he wasn't accepted from anybody from both sides. So like it just really like hurt me. So I wanted to help him out, and that's how I started my I'm Here movement. Hey King, what up, King Artez?
It is definitely difficult when you have parents who do not support you. It's just like you're being disowned. You feel as though you don't have no one who cares, and there are people out here who care. There are people out here in the community. I'm thankful for shows. We're going to have Hope Giselle on at 4 p.m., ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to talk about allyship with her because she's such an activist. She's an amazing woman, and I have such the pleasure to interview two of the biggest names ever in the LGBTQ community, and that is Javonte Rose and also Miss Hope Giselle, who will be joining me next at 4 p.m. So I'm thankful to have had this interview with you because we've been talking about it throughout the week. He's been very busy out for the holidays with his family and things. And I've never known the activism that you do as well, too, if you wouldn't have told your story. So it's so good that you've told your story to me so that people can relate to you because they think that you're just an amazing, beautiful face, but you do
Yeah,
so
there's so
much
much
more.
more behind, the story, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's why it's crazy too, because you're trying to work on a platform that yet is so big but so small when you have so many brands and so many labels. I don't really like to even say labels because I don't really like that word, but so many just like names for yourself, and
Mm.
where you have to kind of just promote all that on one single thing. Um, and I apologize for everybody, for all my fans and supporters. I really haven't been doing my motivational videos and my inspirational videos like I usually been doing and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to really finagle on how to work some things out. And you have this one little platform where you want to just branch everything on, but it also makes it hard because some people only think that you model. They don't know the story behind that modeling. They don't know the activism that you went through. They don't know the whole ins and outs of you putting a photo shoot together. What you got to do, it takes a lot of work. It takes a team. It takes time. It takes patience. So again, I just want to, thank everybody for just supporting me and just being there, just watching and showing the love. I really appreciate it. And we're just going to keep going from here. And we got James.
And that is the mindset that people need to have, especially in such polarizing times. It feels like this election is still going on forever and ever and ever.
Right.
But we still have to stay grounded. And I said that gasenate.com. James is too fine says, I support you, Daddy. Oh my God. Shout outs to my sis, Janelle Giance. Yes, the Georgia Senate. Make sure you guys are registered to vote. That is very important. It's very imperative. We are fighting for our freedom and our democracy. We see is clearly unfolding what Donald Trump is trying to do, but I'm trying to stray away from politics. I'll say that at 5. But Georgia, make sure you're voting for John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock for the 2 Senate seats. Yes, that's so important. And I'm thankful to have, that's my mentor, Miss Janelle Giance.
Hello,
And
Janelle. Hey.
yes, she just did an interview with Dawn Robinson of one of the greatest girl groups of all time, In Vogue.
Okay.
So definitely, please go and check that interview out. And she did an interview with Brandon Hammond. You know him from the Soul Food movie with Vanessa Williams. And Vanessa Williams will be here in January,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned for that. Yes, she is coming, her crown and all. But this is very important because we see what the Republicans are out here trying to do. So make sure you guys are registered to vote. Go to gasenate.com, register. Definitely make sure you got your information, got your voter ID, got all of that. V. Brown, actor, singer. What? What did I do? Okay, so we talked about activism, we talked about networking. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Terrence. Do we have any questions? Vanessa Williams is coming. Yes. Thank you for the shout out, Boo. And we're all about supporting Black-owned businesses
Yes,
here
we
at
are.
Style by Stevie. So Definitely. Home cooked combos. Make sure y'all go and follow her page. And as we all know, again, today's show is sponsored by Exclusive Beauty. So I am her brand ambassador. So you're going to see a lot of hair changes, a lot of hair color changes. One day I might be blonde. The next day I might have red hair. The next day I might have black hair. It might be long. It might be short. So stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say. 2021.
Okay.
All right, K Tukes. Definitely go and check out K Tukes, Kenneth's interview he did with Dawn Robinson. She said in an interview just recently she did 37 interviews total altogether because she's promoting her memoirs. So stay on the lookout and go check that out and subscribe to people's channels. Yes, to Vanessa Williams. She is coming. Okay, we got a question from Mel's Desserts in the UK. How do you remain so positive?
Me, this question is for me.
Mm-hmm.
You done took over, Miss Stevie. I don't know. um, no, how do I remain so positive? Like I said, I've been through a lot growing up, so I just always wanted to be something and someone. So to remain so
Mm.
positive, just me doing things that I like to do as far as like my hiking, just really meditating myself. I'm really kind of being in tune with the things that I want to do, and just really like not being around like no negativity, like anything that's negative or I feel negative vibe or negative energy, I won't bring myself around, and I just try to stay me, just be myself and do the things that I want to do. Oh, is this okay? There we go. Yeah, just being myself, just staying healthy, being focused, and just remaining the person I want to be.
And I love what you just said because I spoke about this morning about surrounding yourself with people who love and care. Almost everybody that's in my audience, I created a group called BCC Black Content Creators, and everybody in that group, there's no drama. Everybody gets along, and I'm like, okay, y'all are on your own. When I leave the group and I'm not there
Yeah,
watching the
it's
chat,
right.
y'all are on your own. So everybody in that group, everybody is so supportive. Like everybody is just positive. They surround themselves with great people as well too, and you have to stay positive and aware of who's in your circle just for you and not there just to get a piece of the pie. Be careful for those friends who, you know, all of a sudden, hey girl, how you
They
doing? Can
want
I
to
borrow
hang out
five
just
thousand
for that,
dollars? Those
Yes.
type of friends.
Yeah.
I love your energy. Keep going. And Cool is Cool wants to know, what is your astrological sign?
What's my astrological what? My sign?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Scorpio.
No
October
wonder why we
26th.
click. Oh my God.
October 26th. I'm a Scorpio. Yes. I passed.
Mine's is on the 31st. I'm a Halloween baby. So yours is before mine's. Oh my God. Yay, Scorpios in the house.
Yours
You
is
know
when?
it. October 31st, Halloween. I'm a
Oh wow.
Halloween baby.
Oh yeah.
So yes, everybody's like, okay, you like a lot of candy. I do, but cavities. We can't be eating all this candy, y'all.
I think I only had like one cavity in my life before, and I really like, yeah, on my left side. But I'm not big into candy like that. I try to stay, I gotta make sure all this is together.
And you do double Scorpio, double Scorpio. Yep, I never knew. I never knew the
Yeah,
type of vibes that he's giving me. It was Cancer because Cancers always have a very optimistic outlook on life. Like they always try to see the bright side of things, and they always try to see the positive and things. The Scorpios, we do too. But one thing about us is we're very loyal. We're
yeah,
very loyal, and we're very passionate about whatever it is that we're doing.
we're
So.
doing right. Yeah, I didn't really get big into signs until like couple years ago, really, because me, I just always felt like if two humans connect, then two humans connect. Like, I don't, what the sign
Mm-hmm.
got to do with that? Because then people start thinking, well, okay, well, so for instance, I mean, I don't know, but Scorpios, I say they're freaks and they're crazy. So, for instance, they want to put every Scorpio like that same category, like they're that same thing,
Right.
which is it's the word of mouth and just gets passed around. But me, I always just kind of like contune myself with people, and if I feel the energy and the vibe with you, then we connect. I don't give two shits what you are. I like you, and that's it. That's always been me. I've always connected myself with people that I want to connect with the energy, with the vibe. You could be trans man, gay, straight, bi, whatever you want to be. If we have a good vibe and good energy, then we're gonna connect, and that's it.
10K underscore 10K
Yes.
1 underscore I 33. I agree 100%. I'm all about people's vibes too. Like, if I feel a connection is there and their energy, like, if your energy is off and you're just coming with negativity, it kind of makes me tend to run away and shift the focus. Like, before, because I've changed a lot, like, I would just clap back at certain things, but I just realized not everything deserves a response. So for me,
And they
especially
don't.
when it comes to, yeah, drama, I just kind of tend to shift away from it.
You know, I've never been the type to would actually help some people on certain platforms and ways, but I've never been the type to argue and go back on social media. It's not me. I'm not any bad energy, negative, whatever. It was just never my type of thing. Since MySpace, I've never. That was just not me. I didn't like it. It's just I don't think this. It's just a waste of time. And you have somebody else over the internet wasting your energy and your time when then you don't even know exactly if that's even really them or what's But at the end of the day, everybody got something going on. So they might have to say something for that moment because they're feeling some type of way. But hey, hopefully a day tomorrow, 10 minutes later, you might be happy. I would hope so.
Well said, Miss Stevie and
You
Javonte.
got my dick,
Absolutely.
baby.
And water signs are deeply emotional. Emotional deep. Yes, like it comes to us. It comes to us from time to time. So we have our days, but we're very passionate. We're very loyal, and we're dedicated to the things that make us happy. More importantly, you have to find the pursuit of happiness. What makes you happy and what God puts out there for you is for you. So I'm all about manifestation and having good affirmations. And I love what True Cards, who was just in here, was just saying about that in one of her lives. She was saying, you have to reshift and re-strategize your focus. And this year, 2020 alone has taught me that you have to unite people. You have to unite people who are positive. Put people together who are in your life for the right reasons and not the reason I just said a few minutes ago about the $5,000. Watch out for them. Watch out for them, y'all. So
And people will come
surround
into your
yourself with
life
great energy.
randomly, and you'll
Mm-hmm.
question yourself. But sometimes they're gonna come in for a reason, and it'll be random. But sometimes you just gotta sit and wait, which that sucks about things. But yeah, DSC Mac, hello.
Welcome, welcome. Do we have any more questions for welcome, Black Link? Now, if it wasn't for Black Link, I wouldn't have been networked with so many black-owned businesses. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give Black Link a
Shout out,
follow.
shout
All
Hey,
black-owned businesses. And if you want to get your business reposted, please contact him for more details. Like, he does it and is very supportive. And he's working on a few things. I can't say yet. But what's next for Javonte in the future? Where does he see himself in the next 5 years?
Uh, in the next couple of years, I can say, just really just striving myself even more, make sure my company's really just 100. Um, just really just giving feedback to people and just giving positive energy and feedback, just helping out those that are in need. As far as like that, that personal wise, just me, still modeling, building my career, building my company. And just for everyone out there, I just want to, to stay positive, stay focused, just never give up. I'll just believe, just keep believing, believe. Dream big, I always say. And just be yourself, Just gotta always be you. Don't be nobody else. Just be you and just, be happy. But be safe at the same time.
Yes, because COVID is still loose. And that's another question I wanted to ask you. Has it been difficult for you? Because I know you are not only just a model, but you're also an influencer, and influencers have to make a lot of appearances, to events, fashion shows, and whatnot. Has it been difficult for you to do the things that you used to do before this pandemic hit?
Well, as far as like the fashion shows and stuff, none of that has really been going on as far as like as for me yet. Um, but I just been keeping my distance, and anytime we're in a shoot, there's only a few of us there, so that they will, wear their mask. I don't if I'm taking a photo or doing any type of like video or anything like that. But everyone's pretty safe as far as like building, in that industry of us working together to stay safe, make sure nobody's sick, nobody has like any type of fever, looks any type of way, and just ask questions. Um, but no, everyone's been pretty good so far. And as far yeah, the fashion shows, nothing's really like up in the air yet.
It's coming, and I've seen a lot of designers. Dior just had their virtual men's fashion show, and Kim Kardashian was there yesterday. So designers are figuring out a way,
They're
like
gonna,
these
yeah.
luxury fashion houses, they are figuring out a way. Like Balmain, I remember it was Paris Fashion Week, and Olivier Rousteing did his show where it was like all the celebrities from J Lo to Kris Jenner, all of them were stacked up on these. It was very 90s. It was very vintage, how and very creative how he did it. It was like these TVs, and they were all stacked up on top of each other. I think Gwen Stefani was there too, and the models were just walking out. So it was very creative. Like designers, fashion designers, luxury fashion houses are figuring out ways
They're
to
going
throw a
to,
show in the
yes.
middle.
They're going. They
Hmm.
have to in order. In order to promote their new season and anything that's new and coming, because they have so much stuff backed up. They're gonna figure out a way to do it.
Another example of that is Christian Siriano. He literally had Coco Roca walking out with a mask on. Like all the models had on matching masks to match their gowns. Like it was beautiful, and it was like
Okay.
it was outdoors, of course. It wasn't indoors, and of course they try to do the social distancing with the seating and everything. Overseas, like in Milan and Italy, they already, handled this thing and got it under control. So when the models were walking out, people still were wearing their mask and
Right.
social distancing. They wasn't sitting close together. Like they have to separate the seating. So fashion houses are figuring out. Trust and
Yeah,
believe.
they have to. Yeah.
Yes, information. Yes, I know. I told y'all I am a luxury fashion girl. So please do not bring up Terry Mugler or Gianni Versace because those are two of my favorite fashion houses. So do we have any more questions for Javonte before we wrap up? Because coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have the beautiful, the one and only Miss Hope Giselle will be joining me. And I am so happy that I finally got the pleasure. I was like freaking out. I was nervous. I was through the roof. I'm like, oh my God, please don't let me mess up. But this was just perfect chemistry. And I didn't even know that you are a Scorpio. So no wonder why our connection is so
Yes.
good.
No. Again, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting and showing the love. We have so much more in store that's coming. Make sure y'all check out my website, photos, pictures, all that. TheBlueRose.com, BLUROZ.com. I love y'all. Thank you so much for support. Happy holidays and stay safe.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and please go and follow Javonte Rose. Go and shop the Blue Rose merch, and we definitely will keep in touch. I would love to have you back on sometime
Yes, we
next
will.
year.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome, and I'm
Have a
so
good
honored that
one.
I got the pleasure to speak with you.
You
All
too.
right,
Thank
ladies and
you.
gentlemen, refresh your drink. Shout outs to Nicole's Closet. Shout outs to Makeup and Hair, Melanie Nalamai Bridges. Shout outs to everyone that came through to this exclusive primetime interview. You are watching
Thanks,
Style by Stevie,
everybody.
so go and follow. Yes, please go and follow. Shop the Blue Rose. Go and shop the Blue Rose. I was trying to type it in the comments, but my nails are too long. So somebody
You
type
gotta
it in the
like
comments before we
wait.
wrap up. All right, before we wrap up, thank you, Mel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you all so much. This was a great interview. Like, this
Yes,
was
I'm glad we
amazing.
got it. I'm glad we got it done. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.
You too. Take care. Thank you so much.